Hello everyone. I figured today, since we're having a holiday of sorts, I'd play something that, from what I remember, is supposed to have kind of a romantic element to it. It's a little creepy, but I mean, kind of fits who I am, I guess. So why not? It's a day and people like it, so, you know. I figure it gives people something a little less dour of content this time. Seeing as what I usually put out isn't usually as cheerful, or I guess positive. We'll see what goes down with this one. I've only seen this played once before, a long time ago, but I remember it was nice. It was a little unsettling in certain points, but it was nice, so I guess let's just get started. Strange and fantastic creatures have always appeared in our history books. But were such stories true? I have always grown up in a small town quite far from any civilized redoubt. You've always grown up? I have to remember, I don't think they were a native English speaker, so it might have been some translation issues, because I keep having that moment in my head of going, wait, you've always grown up, so you've done this like 1,000 times? What's going on? Continuing. You know, technology wasn't very abundant, and we filled our imagination with stories of the people who came from the city. I never got to see any of those creatures listed in books and stories. I grew up, and together with other children of my small town, we left the place to look for a better life beyond the old horizon. I never gave importance to the subject of those who are semi-human. Despite occasional news of a murder or incident, the village where I grew up was always quite safe. For my part, I opted for a life in the nearest city. An acquaintance did me the favor of finding me an accommodation in that city, so I would not have to bother myself with so many tedious things. Just go, find my new home, and unpack my belongings. But typical of a clueless novice, I ended up getting lost in its streets. The sun began to set, and, unluckily for me, before I knew it, I was in one of those neighborhoods that were called unfit for humans. Neighborhoods unfit for humans. Just like it sounds, as far as I knew, were places exclusively for monsters. Many times, people who ended up in those places, according to what was said, did not return. Perhaps they were the kinds of places where criminals were sent as food to keep both sides of this society happy, no? While it is true that many of the creatures are civilized and try to behave like us, many others are not. And there I was. I entered the streets, totally tense after seeing so many different and disturbing shapes to my inexperienced eyes. Curious glances and whispering were evident, but everyone kept their distance. I decided to cut through a small tunnel when I was startled by a squeaky yet deep voice. Eh? You. Are you new here? What are you doing at this hour, in a place like this? What appeared to be an owl man emerged from the darkness. Inside of me, I thought I was going to end up like one of those people who disappear on these streets. And I obviously got into a sea of nerves. Yeah, this definitely seems like someone who didn't have English as their first language. Oh well, continuing. Are you lost? Are you coming alone? I came to visit and I was looking for someone. My little lie didn't seem to satiate the curiosity of that man. I tried to express myself calmly so as to not seem like easy prey. Don't worry, boy. I'll help you. Come. No, I was just leaving. Thank you. No. Come with me. I can't let you go. The creature grabbed my arm as he tried to make me follow him to a place further away from the light. I panicked slightly when... Let go of the boy. He is with me. And there she is. Right at the exit of that tunnel, a figure appeared that at first glance seemed human. A woman. But when my vision settled down, I was able to notice a disturbing detail that broke with the merely human tone. This woman's fingers were extremely long and thin. They weren't fingers. No claws either. It was like a mixture of both, as if they were a set of dry branches. Didn't you hear me? He comes with me. Come here, honey. I see. It's you, Koko. In that case, there is no choice but to look for something other than to put in my stomach. That being, half owl, let go of me and walked away as if he had completely lost interest in me. Wait, stomach? Come here, young man. Don't just stand there. Someone else other than me might be interested in you. I approached her almost as if I were a ship searching for a lighthouse in the night. Well, what is a human doing in the neighborhood of the beasts? I've come to the city for the first time and, well, I got lost looking for my flat. Maybe you could tell me how to get out of here? Do you know this address? From my pocket, I took out a piece of paper with the address written on it. Innocent me, hoping she would help me. You're pretty rude to someone who just saved your skin, don't you think? You're right. Excuse me. Well, what's your name, boy? I'm Seiji. I came from a town that is in the mountains. That owl called you Koko, right? Nice to meet you, Seiji. And yes, my name is Koko. But I'm afraid you won't be able to get out of here, at least not today. Have you seen what time it is? When night falls, that's when we monsters are most active. You're pretty innocent. I didn't know what the woman's intentions were. Although she had an intimidating aura, she seemed to be quite friendly. So, perhaps you could accompany me to the safest place or the exit? Obviously I can pay you and... No. Suddenly her refusal hit the atmosphere hard. I can't go with you today. I couldn't make sure you get out of here in one piece. What are my options otherwise? Die in any corner? Don't be pessimistic, dear. I'll help you. My house is next door. You can stay there tonight, and tomorrow I could do you the favor of accompanying you. Your house? But Before I could finish the sentence, I heard footsteps nearby and roars about to enter the tunnel. But... But is it far away? No, dear. It's near here. Now, shall we go? That thing behind you doesn't seem to be in a very good mood. Sure, please. Koko hid her elongated fingers a little and took my hand. We walked for a couple of minutes until we stopped in front of a door and entered. Make yourself at home. Despite where I was, this room seems quite cozy and normal. Are you afraid? Afraid? I gave a little bounce of my own when her voice broke the silence. Yes, fear. You look scared. Not at all. Do you know that we can smell fear and lies? Oh. It's a joke, my dear. Yes, you really are innocent. Is this your first time seeing our kind? Weren't there more like us where you used to live? No. When I was a child, I heard some little anecdote, but I never thought that that I didn't know. Don't worry. I can imagine what you mean. Sometimes we surprise each other. Although sometimes the monsters are not us. Koko's words seemed to have a painful story behind them, so I tried to avoid asking more questions than I should have. So, are you hungry, Seiji? Well, yes. After walking all day, I have an empty stomach. Fine, leave that to me. I'll prepare something for you. Oh, no need to bother you. Before I could finish the sentence, Koko turned around and started pulling out the junk from the cupboards. Thanks. While Koko was busy in the kitchen, I took a moment to take a closer look at my surroundings. This house seems quite neat and clean. It doesn't look like a place where a non-human being lives. Well, comparing Koko to that owl from before would be a bit unfair. In fact, what kind of monster is Koko? From what I've seen, she has little marks on her face and hands. Perhaps for the rest of her body as well? And of course her hands are normal. Are not normal. Specifically her fingers. As far as I can guess, her true form is one where her hands look like a garden rake. Does this mean that she hides her true appearance to some extent so as not to scare me? It didn't take long until Koko's voice called me. The food is ready. We both walked over to the chairs and got ready to eat what Koko had quickly prepared. So, do you like it? I looked at what Koko put on my plate and it didn't look bad. I took a small bite to taste the flavor, and to my surprise, it tasted better than it looked. Don't be afraid. I haven't put poison in it yet. Yet? Don't be delusional, Seiji. It's a joke. Koko's pleasant, hearty laugh echoed through the room. It was something nice to see her smile in such a human way. And, do you like it? Oh, sure. It's very tasty. I like it. Thank you for taking the trouble to even give me some dinner. Don't worry, Seiji. It's a pleasure for me to have you here. As Koko told me that, I looked at her plate. It was visibly emptier than mine. Aren't you hungry? You hardly have any food. I'm fine. I don't usually eat too much. We both kept a slight silence while we ate. Tell me, Seiji, how was the place where you come from? I dropped my fork on the plate and proceeded to answer. Well, it's a small town in the mountains. It was always very calm and safe. Interesting things never happened. There wasn't much technology either. The most modern thing we had was a car that we used to go shopping at the nearest market. I see. The way you put it, it sounds like a pretty nice place to grow up. Yes, it certainly was. Me and the rest of the children used to play in the streets without worrying about anything else. The only dangerous thing was a small leafy forest at the outskirts of the village. Our mothers used to scold us every time we got close in case we got lost there. Since some children said that something could catch you. The adults, however, said that it was only a wild animal. It's normal for a mother to worry about her children, right? I took the cutlery again to finish my dinner after asking Koko a few questions. So what about you? How was your childhood? Have you always lived here in the city? Me? As a child, I did not live here. I lived in a place with many trees near the city. I grew up alone without my mother. With my mother until she abandoned me. Oh, I'm sorry to ask you things I shouldn't. No, don't apologize. Among beings like us, it is normal for these things to happen. Sometimes our primal instinct overrides our rational ones. By the way, Koko, what kind of, being are you? Let's say I'm a kind of spirit. I also saw that your fingers can return to a normal shape, right? Yes. I keep this shape as long as the previous one. Strange sentence, but okay. But you know that my true appearance is not exactly this. So, are you afraid of my hands? When I found you in that tunnel, you were trembling with fear. No, I coughed to clear my throat. You know, that owl was holding me tight and I didn't know what was going to happen to me. I wasn't scared by your hands or anything like that, really. I see. And what were you doing in that tunnel, Koko? I was just coming home and listening to that weirdo Hugo. Hugo, is that his name? I do not know. But since he makes those little sounds, I tell him Hugo. He never seemed to complain. That's a translation issue there, but I can overlook it. I let out a small laugh at her comment. Well, I think it's time to pack this up and get ready for bed, don't you think? Yes, you're right. Let me help you. Thank you, Seiji. You're so sweet. Second, I need definitely drink. Been kind of under the weather lately, so my throat's been getting dry and I've been tired a lot more lately. Actually, I'll take this moment to light a cigarette too. Might as well. There's no action in this, so at least I don't think there is. The two of us set about clearing all the dishes from the table and the kitchen. When you finish cleaning that plate, I'll go make the bed, okay? No problem. Koko went to the bedroom. As I squeezed the sponge and felt the water running through my fingers, I noticed a detail. I have only seen one room. I guess I'll sleep on the couch, and I'm not complaining at all. After all, Koko is behaving impeccably with me. I must think of a way to thank her. The bed is ready. You can go to bed whenever you want. I'll go take a little shower. And don't worry. Now when I'm done, I'll get another bed so you can use that one. Thanks, Koko. I saw Koko out of the corner of my eye crossing the hall to the bathroom. I guess that's all for today. I'm dead. Some of these translation issues are funny. I'm dead. Too many strong emotions for one day. I went straight to the bedroom to find my bed, just as Koko instructed me. I guess this is where I'll sleep. I don't know where Koko will do it. Do what? What, sleep? I still think it would be better if I slept on the sofa. I lay down on the bed, totally exhausted, thinking that at least I would rest for a while until Koko got out of the shower. I closed my eyes and looked over the day and everything that had happened in such a short time. I'm in a pretty big bind. I feel trapped in this place. I certainly understand the not fit for humans thing now. Koko, eh? I wonder what kind of person she is. But as kind as she seems, she's still a monster. Right? Suddenly, I heard the light go out. Koko? I got no response despite hearing footsteps in the room. I opened my eyes. As my eyes adjusted to the darkness, I could discern the female figure of Koko. She wasn't in her human form. I could see the silhouette of her elongated fingers like branches on a window. The shadow she cast could be enough to scare a child. Seiichi. Despite the darkness, the brightness of her eyes was so intense that it was enough to see how it pierced my soul. Seiichi, are you awake? Koko? Why did you turn off the light? Why else? To sleep. But there's only one bed. Actually, I was going to ask you, but I got up awkwardly of bed. The sentence structure. I'll go sleep on the sofa. Sorry. No, Seiichi. I could feel her long fingers gently digging into my skin through my clothing. She pushed me against the bed. I was as scared as I was mentally blocked from knowing what to do. Seiichi. Yes, Koko? I opened my eyes again after the blow. I don't want you to sleep on the sofa. In fact, I don't want you to sleep out of this bed. What's more, I don't want you to go far from me. But my head was spinning. What was going on? Why was Koko doing this? Was she going to kill me or do something? You are trembling. Koko, with strength, gave me a deep, warm hug. I could see how the shadow of her hands looked like spider legs on the bed, and that disturbed me. Are you afraid? Of course I'm scared. I haven't stopped seeing monsters since I got to this damn place. You don't have to fear anything, Seiichi. It shouldn't be, from what I remember. From what I remember. I can't be for certain, and if it is, I'll just stop, because I'm not having that happen in my stream. But from what I remember, there's nothing really, like, overtly sexual happening in this. You don't have to fear anything, Seiichi. Koko pressed me against her chest and held my head, so I wouldn't move my face away from her. Don't be afraid. I will protect you, darling. Koko. My strength began to fade quickly. Sleep well, Seiichi. I cannot hold it in any more. I fell into a deep sleep and woke up the next morning. Koko? Hi. This is one of those, okay. I was slowly beginning to regain my consciousness. Oh god, clicking makes that sound. Hello, Koko? Is anybody there? Suddenly the door opened and Koko appeared. What's up, Seiichi? Have you woken up already? Koko! Koko looked at me as if nothing out of the ordinary had happened yesterday. What happened last night? Last night? You were just tired and scared to death, so I decided to let you sleep in my bed with me. Is that how she sees it? It's true that I was scared, but I didn't do anything to you, did I? No. In fact, I was able to rest. So, what do you say we go for breakfast? The food will get cold if you don't get up. I got out of bed, somewhat dazed by what happened last night, and Koko walked me to my seat. I sat down in my chair, and Koko started to serve me my plate. Here you go, darling. I made it especially for you. I hope you like it. Thanks, Koko. Seeing the plate full of food, which looked good, I felt that somehow she went out of her way to please me. That's a misspelling. That's definitely a typo. Come on. Eat. I started to eat while still spinning about what happened yesterday. However, since I'm still in one piece, if she didn't hurt me, I guess I shouldn't be misjudging her. After all, she is protecting me and being very kind. I'll be right back. I have to go check on Sophie. I left her outside the room and I want to make sure she's behaving, so I will be right back. Alright, Sophie's back in the room. I was making sure she was behaving was all. She's curious a lot of times. Excuse me. However, since I'm still in one piece, if she didn't hurt me, I guess I shouldn't be misjudging her. After all, she's protecting me and being very kind. Hey, Seiji. Yeah? I have to run some errands, and I'll be out for a while. Would you mind staying here alone? But yesterday you promised you would accompany me to a safe place. Yes, I'll do that. I'll do it when I get back, okay? And don't you think it would be safer for me to go out in broad daylight? That way, the way I got here, there shouldn't be much of a problem. No, absolutely not. Koko witheringly cut me off as I spoke. You must not leave here, or some evil monster might hurt you. Trust me, and nothing will happen to you. After saying this, a knock was heard behind the door. I'm coming, 1 second. Would you mind clearing the table after you finish your breakfast, Seiji? Of course, do not worry. Fine. Thank you, dear. Koko got up from her seat and went straight to the door. I continued eating my breakfast, but I couldn't help but glance at who or what might be coming to pick up Koko. I was curious as to what should be waiting outside. The door opened. that's a thing. I could see the very tall and slim silhouette. It was some kind of bipedal mantis, or so I thought. Just looking to his dark eyes, I felt totally threatened. My survival instinct kicked in. I couldn't say a specific reason. It just froze my blood to know that I could be at the mercy of such a creature. Koko? Re. You're grown now. Wow, is it that late already? Excuse me, I'll get dressed and catch up with you. Go ahead without me. Rest, Koko. Miss Mantis had a hard time speaking in an understandable way, although Koko seemed to understand him. Maybe she was used to talking to it. Re. Our eyes met, and I froze in fear. Do you mean him? Koko turned around and flashed a gentle smile at my side. He is a guest. The mantis made a noise in response and backed away from the door. I'm going to change my clothes for a moment. I nodded as I composed myself from what I had seen. A few moments later, Koko left the room again. Will you be a good boy and stay here waiting, right? I won't be long, so don't be impatient. You've seen what awaits you. If you walked through this door, haven't you? Yeah. Fine. That's what I wanted to hear. Koko came up to me and gave me a hug. Oh, and don't look out the windows too long either, or someone else might see you. I stayed silent, and Koko left. Yeah, this is a visual novel. Before I could digest all of this, I heard the click of the latch on the doorknob. I was definitely locked in here. Listening to that sound, it was like listening to my sentence of imprisonment. And what am I supposed to do now? Just wait? I grumbled between those four walls. I can't stay here doing nothing. I must think of something. You could watch the fucking television. It's a big fucking TV on the wall there. Look around, see if you can find a book. I mean, do something, bruh. Let us save here. Let's check the surroundings. I think the best thing to do would be to check this site to see if I can find anything. There's so many weird translation issues. Well, we have options, so I will save and we will check the bathroom, I guess? I'll go to the bathroom. It's the only place I haven't seen yet. Yeah, let's see where we haven't been yet. Motherfucker. I've only seen a bathroom like that once before. And that's a very expensive fucking bathroom. Like, literally, I've only ever seen a sink like that once in my life. It was an ex-girlfriend's mother's place. I will never forget thinking, why would you want a sink like this? But that's just me. Well, where do I start? I checked the drawers in search of some utensil that would be useful to me. I feel like a pervert, but I searched every corner. Nothing. What, Sophie? Come here. Come here. Here, darling. Hello. Hello, darling. Sophie. Come here. Come on. Come here. Come here, you. Get my lap. There you go. Alright. I searched every corner. Nothing. Makeup, beauty products, scissors. There's nothing very remarkable, but it may be useful in the future if necessary. Maybe these towels can help me get out of the window in the worst case, or these scissors to defend myself. I decided it was enough and went back to the main room. I couldn't get too much. Maybe I can do something better. There has to be something I can do. It's a weird thing. I started to give up and looked around the kitchen. Suddenly I heard movement outside in the hallway of the building. I went to the door to listen as much as I could. I heard knocking on the neighbors' doors. Come on, open up. It was a female voice. Apparently it didn't seem like it came from something in a terrible way. Such a weird fucking sentence. Okay. Where did I put the spare key? We'll just stay listening. I decided to be cautious and not to draw attention to myself. This damn door still won't open. There was silence, and that bothered me. Hello? What was behind the door came up and spoke directly to me. Koko, are you... Okay. Try to be understanding, not first language. I should say something. Quickly. Think. Hi. My voice came out a bit shaky from my nerves, but I tried to sound relatively normal. Sophie, calm down, baby. You're gonna fall. Who are you? You are not Koko. Are you a friend, perhaps? Something like that, yes. Koko went to do some errands, and now I can't go out. Could you help me? Get out? Is your door also broken? No, but Koko left and locked the door. And I have to go now, without knowing how. Weird. Why would Koko lock the door? I don't know. I could feel a small, awkward pause on her part. Tell me the truth. You are human. Am I wrong? Shit. Sophie, oh my god, you're gonna fucking mess up my chords. Well, why do you ask? Don't talk nonsense. Haha. Don't be a jerk. Do you forget that you're dealing with monsters? Obviously I can distinguish the scent of a human, and you reek of fear. Okay, I'm human. I got lost, and Koko helped me by taking shelter here, but now I can't get out. You see, it wasn't that hard to tell the truth from the start. And don't worry, I have no intentions of hurting you. Sophie, calm down. I apologize. Sophie's in heat and is just wild right now. Like, just will not fucking calm down for the life of me. Holding on to those last words was the only valid option I had right now. Ow! Sophie, that hurt. She tried to use her claws to pull herself across my lap again. What's your name? Seiji. My name is Seiji. Okay, Seiji. Listen to me carefully. I'll help you get out of there. But don't trust Koko, okay? Sophie, oh my god. She jumped right back into my lap and started just nudging everything. You're just bound and determined to be annoying, aren't you, Sophie? Be glad you're cute. Why shouldn't I trust her? You listen to me. Just keep your distance from her and don't let her do anything weird to you. Nothing weird. Those words just made me remember what happened last night. I hear footsteps on the stairs. Maybe it's her. I must go, but fear not, Seiji. I will come back to help you. Hey, wait, I haven't asked your name yet. Before I could find out more or ask her any questions, she ran off. If Koko is already arriving, I must pretend that I have behaved well, I suppose. Ow! I walked away from the door and sat on the chair while appearing to be bored waiting for her. Hi, Ouija! Welcome to the stream. I figured I'd do something a bit out of the ordinary for me for Valentine's Day. Something a little less dour and depressing, I suppose. Sophie. And my cat is losing her fucking mind flopping around in my lap. Happy V-Day to you as well, hon. Oh my god, Sophie, get out of my lap if you're gonna keep clawing my leg. Ow. Oh, that was painful. Oh my god, did you just... Well, thank you very much, Ouija. I really appreciate that. And Sophie's back in my lap again. Of course Sophie's back in my lap. She never wants to be in my lap unless she's like this. You are very, very much welcome here, Ouija. I very much appreciate you. My favorite boo. If only I could just hand my cat to someone else to take care of her a little bit while she freaks out trying to rub on me as much as she can. I appreciate you as well, sweetheart. Sophie, I know you love me, I get it. You're in your maternal mode and you're trying to be motherly with me, I get it. I'm not in the sads today, Sophie, you can calm down. You're just in overdrive because your hormones are kinda crazy right now. Poor sweet kitty. She doesn't know what to do with herself. Alright, let's continue. So, Koko is not to be trusted. After all, she will hurt me? Well, she hasn't hurt me so far. Here she is. Seiji, I am already here. Excuse my little absence. I feel some proofreading from native speakers to help with the wording of certain things would have really helped with this, but I understand if they didn't have that option when they made the translation for this game. I can understand that. From what I can tell, it was one of their earlier games. So, I will excuse it, but it's a little jarring sometimes whenever there's little sentences that just seem kind of off. I'm already here. Excuse my little absence. Have you missed me? Hi, Koko. Have you done what you had to do? Yes, darling. I had work-related issues today, but I said I'd take the rest of the day off. So, can you take me to where I belong now? Where do you belong? And where do you really belong, Seiichi? Well, the answer is more clear, Sophie. Sorry. Sophie is determined to be in my lap now. No, now she's moved on to the chair over there. That's fine. Well, the answer is more than clear, don't you think? I know, but does that mean that here, with me, you couldn't have a place? Give her a chance, Sage. She seems nice. I wasn't quite sure what she was referring with that. I mean, you seen I have no intention of hurting you. Or do you think so? Unintentionally, I stayed silent and unable to deny it. Why don't you want me to go? I do want you to leave, if that's what you want. But I don't think it's a good idea to do it now. And now why not? You haven't had lunch yet, have you? And until we find our way back, it could get dark and dangerous for you. What do you mean by finding my way back? Didn't you say you knew? Excuse me. Yes, I know. But what assures you that we do not encounter problems along the way, and we have to take a detour or something similar? I think the safest thing for you is to stay here with me for a couple more days. And after that, My tone with her was beginning to be one of noticeable anger and annoyance. While you wait here, out of harm's way, I will find a quick and safe route for you, I promise. You must trust me. At that moment, the words of the woman from earlier came to my mind. Don't trust Koko. It's okay. You win. I'll wait. But don't take too long, please. I won't. Trust me. It is a promise. I chose to agree with her and follow the advice from before. Pissing her off or making her suspicious of me wouldn't be a very smart idea. I guess the most sensible thing for now is to wait for that girl to help me in some way. Or I can think of some other way, of course. Hey, Seiichi. As a reward for your patience, now I'll make your lunch, okay? Sure. Thanks despite everything, Koko. You're welcome, darling. Just wait and relax. Koko went to the kitchen and began to prepare lunch. I sat for a while on the sofa and watched a bit of television, but decided to go back to the bedroom to lie down. Koko, I'll lie down for a few minutes while you finish cooking. You don't mind, do you? Oh, of course not, Seiichi. Go. I'll let you know when the food is ready. Do not sleep. Don't fall asleep. I'm not going to sleep. I'm just gonna go get some rest. I got up and went to the bedroom, closing the door behind me. Gotta say, this bedroom looks a lot like a hotel room, especially those curtains. Very much reminds me of hotel rooms I used to stay in occasionally, back in the day. I lay down and began to wander a little in my thoughts as usual. Maybe after all, I will fall asleep for a while. Seiji. What? Oh, that day. You are not afraid? That day, when I was a child, I got lost in the woods. You should fear me. One moment. I apologize. One of my roommates wanted me to watch their dog for them while they're gone as well, so I guess I now have a dog in the room. Hello, Ted. Sweet little boy. Hopefully Sophie can get along with him. She's quite paranoid. But they've coexisted in the past in here, so I should figure it would be okay. Here you go, Ted. Here, lay down here. Lay down here. Come on, boy. It's okay. Come on. Lay down right here. It's alright. It's okay. Alright, Sophie. You need to behave, okay? He's just a little guy. He can't do nothing. He's scared of you. You know this. You're just a big old lady. You're gonna have to be nice. And don't forget, I have this. This lovely spray bottle that you're not a fan of. See, you better behave, Sophie. It's alright, Ted. Calm down. He'll calm down eventually. He's just not used to being in my room, so he's nervous. I'll continue now. You should fear me. I still remember it. I found a girl crying, lost, like me. After all, perhaps that encounter was a stroke of bad luck. What is your name? Or maybe it was the opposite. You and me, someday. Seiji? Seiji? Huh. Hello? Where does that voice come from? The wall. Seiji. I opened my eyes and stared at the ceiling until I was done waking up. Why did that memory come to my mind just now? I feel like I forgot something. Was the voice from before also part of the dream? Seiji, the wall. The wall? Ah! I approached and put my ear to the wall. Well, I approached and put my ear on it. Seiji, it's me, Moroku. Moroku, are you the neighbor? Sorry, I was half asleep. Yes, I'm Moroku. I forgot to tell you my name before. Sorry, Seiji. It doesn't matter, Moroku. After all, you deigned to help me and listen to me. You don't have to thank me, Seiji. I just do what anyone would do, don't you think? Anyone is a very vague word, considering that surely more than one would want to devour me in this area. Listen, today I'm going to visit Koko, to see you, so we can assess the situation on how we could make you escape. Today? Thank you, Moroku, and I'm sorry to have to bother you or even risk yourself because of someone you don't even know. If you can get out of Koko's ugly long claws, you'll have a chance to thank me. Until then, hide from her and let everything go as normal. If we need to talk, we'll do it this way. See you later, Seiji. Ted, you need to calm down. You gonna lay down there? Good boy. That's what I was wanting you to do. What? She leaves again without giving me time to add anything, right? Well, I'll heed her words and wait for her to come visit Koko. What's up with me, honey? Oh, hello, Koko. That scared me. Almost caught us talking through the wall. It was nothing. I was just talking to myself. The food is almost ready, so you can go to the table now. It won't take much longer. Okay, Koko. Thanks for letting me know. Koko made a friendly face and went back to the kitchen. I followed her after a few seconds. Come on, sit down, dear. I pulled out the chair and sat down at the table. I watched as Koko went from one place to another while she cooked, and put away the dishes until she was finished. And here it is, a delicious dish to replenish the necessary strength for the rest of the day. I think that's just a typo. Come on, eat. Thanks. It didn't look bad, as usual. I took the first bite, and it tasted pretty good on the palate. I swear the sentences almost feel surreal reading them the way they're presented. It's quite tasty, Koko. I didn't know you were such a good cook. Thanks, honey. I've always been good at cooking, even if it doesn't look like it because of my hands. Well, you're doing great. You're a box of surprises. Koko gave a little courtesy laugh, and we each continued eating with our eyes on our food. Let's talk about anything else. I feel talking about someone who I should not know about would make things go badly. Hey Koko, and what do you usually do in your day-to-day life? I would like to know you a little more. Know me more? Well, there's not much more to tell about me, either. I arrived here some time ago, and I'm still adjusting a bit to this place. It's not much like where I lived before. After all, I didn't live with as many monsters around me as I do now. Weren't there more monsters where you were before? There were. I myself was one of them. But they were not nearly as many, and in some different forms as in this and in such different forms as in this area of the city. And we don't always get along like you humans will. What are you talking about? For example, how to say it. There's a neighbor named Moroku who, ever since I got here, never gave me a good feeling. There's something about her that I don't like. Her aura is... Better forget it, honey. Do you like what I prepared? Sure, you're a great cook, Koko. You already said this, but sure, why not? We'll say it again. What do you mean by a strange aura? Koko and I continued talking about more banal topics, while we ate. Hey honey, while I was cooking, I was thinking. I hear you. You have no one else to ask for help or turn to, right? All the people I know are probably still in my town, or I can't contact them. Why do you ask? So you don't have anyone to turn to? What will you do when you get out of here? Well, truth is that I hadn't really given it much thought. I guess I go home and sort my stuff, then look for a job while I hold on to my savings that I brought with me. Koko finished eating and pushed her plate away. I know you'll be scared, but in that case, why don't you let me be your friend? My friend? Yes, your friend. Koko's tone seemed to change to a more serious one. I was thinking, if you're alone, I could help you, Seiji. Help me? How? However, to help me by holding me back like this, I don't know if I want more friendship with her. I have always been alone since my mother abandoned me. And I know what it's like to get to a place you don't know without having anyone to guide you. Sorry, I got distracted by Ted again. Ted, what are you doing? What are you doing? What is it, boy? What's the matter? I could help you, Seiji. I want to be your friend. I want to be by your side and give you a safe place here with me. With you? Well, I hadn't stopped to think too much about it, and I really thank you, Seiji. Koko cut me off before I finished formulating the last words. You don't need to answer now. I just want to leave it on the table, and that you keep in mind my desire to be there for you. Monsters like me have a high sensitivity to be able to read the aura of people. and I know that you are different. I know that you and I look alike. I know I've always known it. Well, it's time to clear the dishes. Stay there. This time I'll take care of it too, honey. Koko got up and started clearing the table. What was all that about? Sometimes Koko confuses me too much. At times she seems hostile, that she is hiding something. And other times she seems like a being of light. I stared at Koko, but decided to ignore her comment and get up to help her. Seichi, honey, I told you I don't need help. It's the least I can do to thank you. I grabbed one of the plates and I started washing it next to Koko. You already do enough, even if you don't know it, Seichi. Me? Koko covered her mouth to give way to a small warm laugh in response. We were watching the dishes when... Hey, Seichi. Before she finished the sentence, someone knocked on the door. Koko, are you there? It's Moroku. Wait. Koko went to the door and removed the latch from the lock to open it. Hello, Koko. How are you? Hello, Moroku. What brings you here? It's not normal to receive your visit. You see, today I lost my keys and... Before that, can I come in? Come in. Koko did not seem enthused. Wow. Wow, indeed. That's a lot of eyeballs. I forgot about you. Behind that voice came a woman. Her whole body looked normal, but her face... Who is he, Koko? He is an old friend I met yesterday, and he stayed the night. Wow. Looks like you had a nice reunion. It's nice to meet you, Moroku. Although I tried to be cordial and not raise unnecessary suspicions in front of Koko, the truth is that I found it difficult to keep my eyes on her face. Likewise, boy. What's your name? I'm Seichi. It's okay, Sophie. He's not gonna hurt you, and he's not gonna hurt me. You're safe. Nice to meet you, boy. I hope you take good care of my Koko, huh? Moroku, why did you want to see me? Oh, it's true. I lost my keys today, again. And seeing as how clumsy I am with that damn door, I wanted to give you this. Moroku held out her hand and handed Koko some keys. They're spare keys in case I lose mine again. I hope you don't mind keeping them for me. We're neighbors after all. Sure, no problem. Anything else? That was it. I'll leave now. Nice to meet you, Seichi. If you need anything else, too, let me know, eh? If you're still around, I'll drop by again for tea and chat. See you later. Before she left, Moroku locked her gaze on me and I flinched for a second. It was a second, but I could feel something in her eyes that I couldn't explain. Moroku turned around and walked back the way she had come. That girl. I don't know what she was thinking. How does she mean with come back for tea? She was a strange girl without a doubt. Koko seemed noticeably annoyed by Moroku's presence. There was some friction between the two. Anyway, I'll go take a shower to freshen up. You don't mind, do you, darling? Not at all. Now I'll finish cleaning the dishes. Thank you, honey. You are a charm. I went to wash the dishes, and she went to the bathroom. It didn't take long before I was done, when I decided to go to the bedroom again. I went straight to the wall and tapped a few times. I heard small footsteps on the other side. Seichi, are you? Oh my god. So jarring. Hey Moroku, were you busy? No, I wasn't busy. In fact, I was pondering the options we have. Really? Yes, Seichi. I'll get you out of there, don't worry. I have to go prepare some things. We'll talk tomorrow. Do not worry. Thanks, Moroku, really. I heard the same footsteps moving away from the wall, and so I did the same, lying on the bed. Koko shouldn't take much longer to get out of the bathroom, but honestly, I don't know who to trust or what to do. Both urge me not to approach either one or the other. It seems that Koko has already left. As I thought about that duality, the door opened. Hey, Seiichi. Hello, Koko. How was the shower? Fine, thanks. Before that witch interrupted us, I wanted to continue talking to you. Witch? Sure, here I am. I hear you. Koko came over and sat next to me. What I was telling you before, about helping you, and welcoming you. Yes. I thank you for the intention, but I think for now it would be best for me to return home. I know, and I understand that. I'm not going to force you to stay here forever. She says that despite locking me in here. But when Morocco arrived, I felt something. Something? What have you felt? Danger. That woman is dangerous. You must not approach her. She could do something to you. Do you think she knows I'm human? She knows, and she wants to have you alone, exclusively for her. By the way, what is she? Earlier I felt something in her eyes. I do not know. As I tell you, she is something similar to a spirit, like me, but from the looks of it, she has something in her eye. In any case, don't stay alone with her, okay? Okay, I'll listen to you. After all, it is my own life that is in danger. Thank you, Seiichi. From what I see, I can't take my eyes off of you, and I have to take better care of you. Do you want to go back to the living room and relax a bit while we watch a movie? Sure, I'm going now. Koko got up from the bed and went straight to the main room. A lot of this seems like word-for-word translation, which would explain some of the issues that I'm noticing. Because word-for-word translations tend to not come across the way they're intended. Or at least sound the way they're intended. It also tends to make things sound very formal, which, from what I can tell, isn't meant to be that way, but who knows, maybe this is just how they meant it to sound too, though, so. She was on the sofa. I sat next to her. She put her head on my shoulder. I could feel her hair fall gracefully over my clothes. So we spent the rest of the day together, watching movies, chatting, and getting to know each other. In my head, I kept thinking about it. Moroku, Koko, what are they actually supposed to be? Who is my friend, and who is my enemy? Who lies, and who shows her true intention? Since it was getting dark, I thought it would be time for me to take a shower too. Hey Koko, how about I go take a shower? Can I use it? Of course, don't worry, and go without problem. Oh my god. I got up and went to the bathroom. I left my clothes on the first 3 surface I saw and went under the water. There I began to meditate on the best possible, the best option available to me. Ooh, excuse me. Koko, Moroku. This whole thing is starting to bother me more than it should. Why does it have to be so difficult? Everything is fine, Sophie. He is no threat to you. You're more of a threat to him, honestly. You're more scary. See? And he's just curious. See? You're fine. See, look at him. Does he look scary? He's a little baby. Little baby manners. I know, Sophie, you're not used to being around male anything, let alone cats or dogs. Sophie, hey. Sophie. Okay. However, time keeps passing, and I'm still stuck here. I have to start making a firm decision before it's too late. This is over. Yes, it should be over now. I will make my decision now. What I choose at this point will decide my fate. I'm going with Koko. I feel comfortable with Koko. As the water washed over my face, and I was flooded in the tide of doubt, an image came to me. She could have perfectly ignored me. She could have left me there. Or even now, she could have killed me herself. But she hasn't. Almost like that time. Have I misjudged Koko from the start? I don't know. But it's true that she hasn't hurt me in any way. Quite the contrary. Ever since I've met her, all she's done is watch over me. She's made an effort to feed me. She's let me sleep on her own roof. Under her own roof would have been the proper way to say that. And she's even allowed me to use the shower. Yeah, I know that doesn't take away from the fact that she's locked me in here and won't let me out. However, she knows better than I do what this place is like. What if she really does it for my sake? I think I have to let go of my doubt and anguish and trust her. I get out of the shower and start to get dressed. Moroku instead told me not to trust Koko, and Koko in turn told me not to trust Moroku. Maybe it's Moroku who intends to rip my guts out. and she was just fooling me like she warned me. Well, decided. You be careful, little boy. I finished dressing and went back to the main room. Koko. Hello, Seiji. It seems the shower has been good for you, right? To be honest with you, yes. This has helped me clarify my ideas a bit. That's great, honey. I'm so glad. So, are you calmer? Of course I am. And it's all because of you. To me? Why do you say that, honey? Because I realized that since I've known you, you have watched over me, and you've been very kind to me. Oh dear, you are so sweet. But what else could I have done? Leave my dear Seiji out in the open? No way. Exactly. You could have, but you didn't. Give me a second here. Move things around a bit. Light another cigarette. That's why I thank you. It's true that I have doubted your intentions a lot, but I will stop doubting from now on. I trust you, Koko. Thanks, Seiji. That means a lot for me, really. Koko's tone seemed serious and pleased at the same time. And, for my part, I felt like a weight was lifted off my shoulders. Well, do you want to continue watching television for a while until dinner time? Sure, I'd love to. Koko nodded with a look of joy on her face, and we both sank into the soft sofa for a long time. We spent that time looking at the screen, vaguely chatting about anything between laughs and jokes. I do not regret, for now, placing my trust in her. At times like this, her charm and friendliness certainly soar. So much so that sometimes I forget the detail that she is a monster. And so we spent the night. We had dinner, and everything went on as normal. Seiji, darling, would you like to go to bed now? It's getting late. I'm afraid so. I'm getting tired. I'm starting to get tired, excuse me. Do not talk more. Let's go to bed. Wait. Where will I sleep? I can sleep here on the... With me, of course. But... having more places to sleep, you don't have to. With me, Seiji. It's already decided. What if someone walks in while you're sleeping and kills you? It would be terrible. Wait, that can happen? It's a possibility. I believe. Anyway, come with me. Koko took my hand and led me into the room. I'll go to the bathroom for a second before going to bed, okay? Okay, honey. But don't delay. No, don't worry. This is bad. Very bad. I know I said all that stuff about trusting Koko, but sleeping with her? Again? I mean, even though she's a monster, she's still a woman. I can't help but feel uncomfortable about it. There's no other option. Can you turn off the light for me, Seiji? Sure. Following the little trace of light and my intuition, I lay down on one side of the bed. Are you comfortable, honey? Yeah, alright. And you? Do you need more space? No, but... But? I turned to see what was happening to Koko. Koko was looking at me the whole time. Oh, she blinks. That's a thing. For some reason, meeting my gaze with her, my heart skipped a beat. But at the same time, I felt in a small haven of peace. Hello, darling. Hello, what's the matter with you? Nothing serious happens to me. Nothing simple. Sentence structure starting to devolve a little bit. Sorry. Come here, boy. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to bump you with my foot. Are you okay? Okay? Yeah? Okay. It's okay, boy. You're fine. Good boy. Come here. I just want to be close to you a little longer. That's it. Close to me? Like before on the couch? Something like that. Why do I feel so nervous? I've been with her all day, and now I feel like this. Tell me, Seiji, how do you feel now? Now? Well, I'm fine. Really. Really? I see you very nervous. Your heartbeat's a little off. How do you know that? Is it that noticeable to me? Or is it your spirit instinct? Nothing of that. My intuition as a woman. I let out a small laugh along with her. I understand. You're not wrong either. I'm a little nervous. Why, Seiji? Is there something that worries you? No, everything is fine. Don't make a big deal out of it. It's okay, honey. Do you know? My house has always been a cold and dark place. Beings like me, many are hostile, selfish, wild, etc. And humans, on the other hand, are not very different from them, nor among their own species. But now, even this bed feels like a warm, light-filled place. As thanks to you, Seiji. I don't think it's thanks to me. Yes, it is. It's all for you. Because since you've been with me, I haven't felt alone again. Alone. Why do you say that? Don't you have friends like that Mantis, Hugo, or even Moroku? None of that, honey. This is something different. They and I, we are different beings. You should know that too, shouldn't you? Even you seem different from the rest. Without a doubt, you are a special person. And now, you are my special person. Those words only made my heart race faster than it already was. What was all that about? Koko moved closer to me. Shall we try to sleep now, honey? It's fine. Good night. Good night, sweetie. Rest. I rolled over to try to sleep. For a few minutes we were both silent, until Koko took refuge on my back. All of this had me extremely nervous and excited for some reason. If it is, you're awesome. I'm here lurking, okay, just resting up. No worries, get all the rest you need. I am just here to, I guess, provide background noise to a otherwise stressful day for people. I know a lot of people get really stressed out about this kind of day, so I figured I would try to bring something calm. All of this had me extremely nervous and excited for some obvious reason, but luckily, it also generated so much tranquility and peace that I could close my eyes and sleep peacefully. And so, another day passed while I was trapped here and lost, or so I thought. I yawned loudly as I sat up in bed after waking up. I realized that Koko was not there. Koko, where are you? I didn't hear any noise from the adjoining room. How strange. Excuse me. Will she have come out? I headed to the main room. Koko? Hello? I didn't receive an answer. I noticed a small note on the table. Seichi, I woke up very early and I took the opportunity to go out and do some things. I'll be back soon. It seems she has gone out. I guess I'll have some breakfast. I had a small breakfast while watching the news on the TV. When I finished, I cleaned up the things I had messed up. And now? Somebody knocks the door. I got a little closer and asked, "Who is it?" "Koko is not here, she's gone out." "Seichi, is that woman really not here?" "No, it's out." "Good, excuse me." The door opened to my surprise. "Hey Seichi, how are you? Are you still in one piece?" "Wait, how'd you open the door? Koko is supposed to lock it." "Exactly, it does. But she look what I have here, little Seichi." Moroko showed me a key in her hand. "Do you remember when I came to visit you yesterday?" "Yes." "Well, has nothing to do with it. I simply stole a copy from the building's concierge." "Wow. Well, it's still impressive, right? But forget that, Seiichi. Didn't you see? This is your chance to escape with me." Right. What's going on? You don't sound very convinced. Are you worried about that weirdo Koko? Yes, a bit. Don't worry, silly Seiichi. I watched her leave this morning. I don't think she'll be back for a while. It's our chance. But, to be honest, I didn't trust Moroku. Koko warned me that she was not what she seemed, and now I was alone with her. Tell me, Seiichi, do you know who Koko really is? What do you mean with that? Hasn't she told you? You could ask her when she gets back if you don't want to come with me. But I'm warning you, boy, I will not go back one more time. What do you know about her? Me? Can't you see my eyes? I can see things that you don't. And I have seen it all. A big part of me wanted to leave, but the other part of me remembered Koko with concern. Shit. Someone's go up. Can you hear footsteps this far from the door? Sure, perception is my best skill. Tell me, what are you going to do? I think I'll stay here with her a little longer. It's a shame. I don't know what that woman did to you, but we'll see if you think the same when you find out the truth. And when that happens, Moroku came dangerously close to me in an intimidating tone. I won't be your friend anymore, Seiichi. Bye. Roku left annoyed. But what do you mean by the truth? Is Koko hiding something from me? That's what I remembered. Since I've been here, there's a memory that comes to my mind all the time. I wanted to go check if Koko had anything to do with it, but if Moroku heard footsteps, she's probably about to come back. Now curiosity kills me. It didn't take long for the door to open and Koko to appear. Seichi, honey, are you awake? How did you sleep? Hello, Koko. She seemed to sense some hesitation in my voice, and her mood turned from joy to concern. You are well? You seem worried. Let's ask her directly. Well, ever since I got here, I've had a recurring dream. I'm sure it has nothing to do with it, but is there something you're hiding from me, Koko? For some reason, I feel like, I don't know, something has been bothering me ever since I've been here. I see. Tell me, Seichi. You do not remember anything? Remember? I'll tell you everything, but don't hate me, okay? Okay, what's the matter? Koko began to tell me a story, something that I forgot. Do you remember our conversation the other day, where I told you that I lived in a forest? Yes. Well, the day my mother abandoned me, I ended up crying, completely lost in that place. I was totally heartbroken. Until a little boy bumped into me. That boy, despite being lost like me, calmed me down and took care of me until we could return. But me, being what I am, the adults of the town disowned me. Wait. Do you remember, honey? Then you... Yes, I am that girl, and you're the one who saved me. After the adults kicked me out and away from you, I promised to wait for you. All the other monsters I ran into, and the people who disowned me, they were all insignificant. That's why I was waiting for you, in that place. When the adults said that something dangerous was lurking in the woods, did they mean you? I guess so, but that's what happened. Since then I've been waiting for you, and secretly protecting you. When I heard you were coming to town in a while, I decided to come here before you. And the day you arrived, seeing you lost, I couldn't help but think that it would be the perfect opportunity. The opportunity to meet you again. But you didn't seem to know who I was. Something logical after so long. Tell me, Seichi, you hate me? Do you hate me for hiding this from you? I really don't know what to think right now. I was having a hard time digesting all that information, but now that recurring dream made sense. Is that all you've kept from me? Yes, Seichi. I didn't hide anything else, I promise. I feel a bit cheated, but the little lull of the night was over, and it was back to a storm of questions in my head. I felt betrayed, but I couldn't help but think if Koko was that girl, we had known each other for a long time. And to think that since then, she was waiting for me. It made me feel that despite the lie, I had to be understanding. Seiji, I'm sorry. It's okay. Seriously, don't worry. I guess you had your reasons for not telling me. But you have done it. Koko's face seemed to be on the verge of tears, so I didn't want to worry her more than necessary. Calm. I'm not hurt or angry, okay? Really? I promise. Her face seemed to relax a little more at my words. And if this was all she was hiding, then it is Moroku who has tried to lie to me and turn me against her. Seiji. Koko hugged me tightly. Forgive me. Forgive me for lying to you like that. But I've longed so much all this time to have you with me. I felt so alone without you, because I know you are the only one who can understand me. Koko. I was somewhat shocked by that sudden hug, but I hugged her back. Let me be like this, at least a little more. Sure. I put my arms around her, and we stayed like that for a while, until everything calmed down. Hey Koko, tell me, where did you go so early today? Oh, I forgot to tell you. I've been looking for a relatively safe path for you. A path? Yes, a road that fewer demi-humans pass through. Although the safest thing is that I accompany you for what may happen. Then I'll be able to return to the human part of the city without problems? Could be. It all depends on what you want from now on, Seiji. Whatever I want to do. Excuse me. Yes. Do you remember my proposal? I want to be with you. I want to be your support and refuge in this place. But I can't keep you here forever, right? That's why I'll leave the decision to you, honey. To leave or stay with me. I mean, I think the choice is obvious. Knowing that I might be back was great news, but somehow I was already getting used to Koko's company. Let's do something. You don't have to give me an answer now. Take as much time as you need throughout the day, okay? When you're ready, I'll take you to that path, and it's up to you to decide if you'll come back to me or not. Okay, that's fine. I'll think about it. And so, the hours passed. The day was beginning to draw to a close, and I was still without an answer to something that seemed so obvious. Why was I hesitating so much if all I wanted to do all along was to get out of here? The day passed in the blink of an eye. Koko said we should go in the early morning, so she suggested I get some sleep before we left. As I lay in bed, among so many questions, vague images came to my mind. I've been scared ever since I got here, but thanks to her. Seiji, dear. I opened my eyes. Were you sleeping, darling? Yes, a little. Sorry. No, don't apologize. It's what I wanted. You must be rested before we leave. Have you dreamed something nice in this time? Yes, I've dreamed of you. The memories that I have by your side. I understand. I really understand. I haven't stopped dreaming of you since we met. For me, having you just like this is the best of my dreams, honey. Because I love you, Seiji. From the first moment. You managed to save the heart of a monster. And that is only done by the great heroes of a story, don't you think? And in that story, you were the protagonist, with me. That's why, now it's up to you to decide whether to end it, or to continue to be it, darling. Koko's words overwhelmed me, but made me feel very welcomed by her warmth. Koko really was a good girl, ever since I met her, despite her nature. I can only thank you for everything, Koko. I don't think I really mean that much to you. You always have been, Seiji. But come on, let's go. It's time for you to get up and get ready for us to go, honey. Koko came over and kissed my forehead gently. I'll be waiting for you outside. We both get up. She left, and I stayed on the edge of the bed for a few seconds. So, it's time to make the real decision about a question that I wouldn't have been able to ask. Wouldn't even have asked myself before, huh? I stood up. I got ready and left the room, perhaps for the last time. Ready? Yes, let's go. Before I left, I took a nostalgic look back. I wondered why I felt so unsettled about it. Go. I was finally out of that house. Seiji, come. Koko grabbed my hand tightly. Listen to me. From this point on, don't let go of my hand, no matter what happens. Understood? Understood. Well, come on, honey. We walked for a while through the streets. Some strange men, or being, would stare at us curiously. But nothing more, luckily. For a while, we did it in silence. You were scared? No. If you're with me, I know nothing will happen. Thank you, Seiji, for trusting me. She gripped my hand tighter, and we kept walking. This site is... Yep, it's where we first met. There's not much left to get to where I told you. We can continue, or if you want, we can rest for a few minutes. Don't do it. Don't do it, Ted. No, no, no. Don't get closer. Don't get closer to Sophie. You guys aren't on best friend terms yet, I'm afraid. Do not worry, I am fine. We can continue. It's fine. A roar like that time echoed from the old tunnel. I lost my balance from the shock. Without meaning to, I clumsily bumped into someone behind me. Oh. Excuse me, did I hurt you? No, I'm well. It was my fault for being so clueless. I'm sorry. It was my fault for not looking behind me. Sorry. Do not worry about anything. Bye. Seichi, what happened? Who was that girl? I just tripped and accidentally hit her. It's okay. Goodness. Be careful and hold on tighter to me, okay? Although, that girl, she looks familiar to me. Do you know her? No, my imaginations. Forget it. Let's keep going. It wasn't long to our hike that we stopped again. We were almost there. And that's it. From here, you should no longer fear for anything or anyone. You're right, I can see more humans nearby since a while ago. Thank you so much. Thank you very much, Koko, for in spite of everything, taking the trouble to find this path for me and bringing me here. You don't have to thank me, Seichi. It has always been a pleasure for me to take care of you. But now, you have to make a decision, honey. I know. Have you had time to think? Remember that even if you want to stay with me, I will respect any decision you make here and now. So don't feel pressured. Do what you want, okay? And don't forget either, Seichi, that I really love you. From the very first second to the last. Koko seemed nervous, and to be honest, I was starting to feel bad about having so much responsibility on my shoulders. It was up to me to decide what would become of myself, and of her as well, from both. All this started by an apparent chance, and has ended in this. Perhaps fate is capricious? Now, all those questions are unnecessary. I must choose my path. Ted, come on, over here, buddy. Come on, go, go, go. Yes, good boy. Calm down. Now all those questions are unnecessary. I must choose my path. Put an end or a beginning. I think my choice is obvious. I will stay with Koko. My decision is... Koko, Aww, she's smiling. I want to be by your side. I don't want to leave you behind. Seichi, honey. Are you serious? She's even blushing. How cute. Yes, Koko. I think remembering who you were and everything you've been doing for me, all of that set of things has only made me have more and more appreciation and affection for you. I wouldn't want to put an end to my story with you. Seichi. Koko seemed very emotional, almost on the verge of tears. You don't know how happy it makes me to hear that, Seichi. I'm so happy. So, will you let me stay by your side a little longer? Sure, honey. Now we will always be together, I promise. I love you, Seichi. Me too. I love you, Koko. Good. Well, it's time to go home, don't you think? Let's go. Koko took my hand once more, and together we walked back home, to our new home. Later that same night, honey, you know, Right at this very moment, here with me, I don't need anything else. All these years of waiting, hoping that we would meet again, it was definitely worth it just to be with you again. Koko came close to my lips and gave me a sweet kiss. We will never be apart again. No, I will always be by your side, forever. And so, my days in this place that initially became chaotic, now these same days marked the beginning of a new story in which, this time, I will not walk alone. Despite the risk, I feel that by her side, we will be able to overcome everything, no matter what. Good end. Okay. I just figured I'd do something pleasant for everyone for today. So, I hope you've enjoyed the stream. Let me see. Yeah. It doesn't matter. Okay. But yeah. I hope you've enjoyed the stream. I hope you enjoyed the visual novel Koko. It was a lovely story, I'd say. And I hope everyone takes care of themselves and has an okay Valentine's Day. Be safe out there, guys.